Good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to First Take. I'm Jess Sims. We've got David Dennis Jr. We got Vincent Goodwill. We got Wendy. This is my first day, so y'all better make it easy for me. Do you understand?
All you have to do, very simple rules. Vinny's always wrong. I'm always right. That's it. That's all you got to know. That's all you got to know. You got it.
I'm already done with this. All right, we're going to jump right into it. All eyes are still on LeBron James and his looming decision on where he will play next year for his 24th season. While his agent Rich Paul mentioned last week that almost all teams have inquired about him, Bob Myers, who is serving as the president of sports for Harris Blitzer and Sports Entertainment, who manages the 76ers, made his pitch for why the Sixers are the best destination for the four-time champ. Take a listen.
If he was here, I'd say I honestly believe this is your best chance to win. You have to decide all the other things that are equally important. What I would just say is, if it's about winning, and that, let's talk about this team, because you can win here in Philadelphia.
So I've already learned I got to go to Wendy first. So Wendy, reacting to what Bob said, does Philly give LeBron the best chance to win his fifth ring?
Yeah, it's not clear. And that's one of the things that's the whole thing with this free agency. It's not clear exactly what LeBron wants to get paid. Something less than his value. Was it an exception? Is it the minimum? It's not clear what's driving him. It's been said to everybody that it's basketball happiness. What does that mean? It might mean something different today than it does a month from now or a year from now. Does Philly give him the best opportunity? Does Cleveland give him the best opportunity? Does Golden State give him the best opportunity? Or does Golden State have to make a trade for another star? Does that give him the best opportunity? These are all reasonable questions. And Bob Myers is stating his case. He's saying, look, with this backcourt, Maxey and Edgecombe, you're not going to have to be on the ball as much. With Jaylen Brown, you're not going to have to work as hard defensively. The other team's best perimeter scorer we're going to have covered. With Joel Embiid, you can take some possessions off. You're not going to have to score as much. In other words, we're going to offer you a minimum contract and not expect you to play like a max player. Some of these other teams might feel that way. And it's a reasonable argument. But Cleveland can say the same thing. Cleveland can say, we've got 4 guys in our starting lineup who've been all-stars. You know, they're all in their 20s. Why wouldn't you want to come here? Golden State can say, play off Steph Curry and Draymond Green. This is a dream scenario. Denver can say, oh my gosh, you and Nikola Jokic, it's an unstoppable force of basketball intelligence. Minnesota can say Ant Edwards and LaMelo Ball, 2 dynamic scorers. I could go on. Rich Paul went on for an hour plus the other day. They're all reasonable. So everybody has got a chance and everybody can afford them. And that's why this makes it a very fascinating and unique free agency.
Vinny, what are your thoughts on that? I know you were ready to jump in.
The question is, do the 76ers give LeBron the best chance? I think wherever LeBron goes at this stage of his career, who's going to be on a minimum contract, whose value on a given night can be of a max player, he's going to give you on some nights the ability to look like a championship team. I don't think that's the Philadelphia 76ers. They look like a great idea. They look like a great concoction on NBA 2K, even without LeBron James there. Because I got a lot of questions about their roster. Who's going to do the little things? Who's going to do the things that don't show up in the box score? With Jaylen Brown added to that already, like I've covered that team in the playoffs in that second round series against the New York Knicks where they got destroyed. And Tyrese Maxey looked out of sorts because Joel Embiid was out there. And Joel Embiid over the past 2 years has not played the equivalent of a full season in those 2 seasons. So if he's going to play 40 games because of what his body has done to him, how much can you develop any continuity? Who's going to be the person to do all the ugly stuff, all the defense, all the dirty work when you got 4 guys who demand the ball, rightfully can say, I need the rock. In addition to B.J. Edgecombe going into year 2, needing the space to develop. Tyrese Maxey is the guy. He's the guy that you've developed. He's the guy that you have sort of built under from all the different coaches and all these different regimes. And now you're going to tell him, hey, here's Jaylen Brown, who had a quote-unquote MVP-like season last year where he took 36% of the possessions. That's more than Luka Doncic. Like, that is a lot to control for one player. Then you add him, and now you're going to say, let's add in LeBron James. I feel like that would be expecting a little too much, and they sound like a great idea, but what we saw from the playoffs is that you need your Josh Harts, you need your Mitchell Robinsons, you need your Landry Shamits, you need the guys who are going to come in and not demand the ball, but do things that accentuates winning. I don't see that Philadelphia 76ers roster filled with guys who are going to have the opportunity to do that.
So right now, as currently constructed, if I were to say, hey, Anthony Davis is going to Golden State, maybe that'll change things, because Wendy's absolutely right. Some of these other auxiliary moves are going to determine some of this. But right now, with the rosters that are currently constructed, it's Philadelphia that gives LeBron James the best shot. And some of the things that you're talking about, like what they have is malleability. And all of those players have been malleable in the past. Jaylen Brown, I know he had all those possessions last year, but prior to that, the guy knows how to be a number 2 on a team. Tyrese Maxey knows how to be a number 2 on a team. Joel Embiid is learning that process of being the number 2 on a team due to his lack of availability. And LeBron James is maybe the most malleable superstar we've ever had in terms of knowing how to do all of these other things that fill all these other gaps. Need a guy to go out there, give you 8 assists, LeBron James will do it. Need a guy out there to give you 8 rebounds, he'll do that too. He can play defense in spot moments. Edgecombe, I think we are underrating what he did besides having the ball in his hands. He is an emerging great defender, great glue guy that we're talking about. It just makes a ton of sense, especially if Embiid is going to be relatively healthy come playoff time. It just makes all the sense in the world from a basketball winning standpoint to look at LeBron James coming to that Philadelphia roster and say, this is a championship level team.
Uh-oh.
See, I'm right already.
Gosh, I don't know the prayer hands.
No, it is the Jesus peace hands. No, look, you add LeBron James to your team, in theory, you're going to get better. The question is Philadelphia LeBron's best chance to win? I could argue there are so many other better places that he can go. He can go not necessarily to Golden State and have a better chance to win, but I think, the Eastern Conference is going to be so much tougher. Continuity wins in the league, and that's the one place that Philadelphia has come up woefully short over the past couple of years is continuity, because their best player, if Joel Embiid is their best player, is a part-time player. You cannot win championships that way. I don't care how great LeBron James is at this stage of his career. You made all these points about all these other guys being number 2. Tyrese Maxey has been a number 2. Jaylen Brown has been a number 2. When Jaylen Brown got a taste of that number 1 life, he ain't trying to go back. When you live on Boardwalk, you ain't trying to go back to Baltic Avenue. You trying to send that man back to the projects. He ain't trying to go back there. He likes playing the life that he has had.
He's going to Park Place. He's going to Baltic.
But the general point is, if you place LeBron in Denver next to Nikola Jokic, better chance to win. You place LeBron next to Anthony Edwards and even LaMelo Ball, better chance to win because of the in-person continuity that they already have. I don't like the chemistry issues that I feel like Philadelphia is going to have without LeBron James. I don't see them as a team that is a top Eastern Conference contender without LeBron James as presently constituted. I have way too many questions about who's going to do things that do not show up in the stat sheet. I'm sorry, I saw that Philly team quit. They quit at the crib in the second round of the playoffs against the New York Knicks, had their arena taken over. And you can sub out Paul George for Jaylen Brown, but I don't think Paul George was the problem there. They have problems that go well beyond that LeBron James will neither remedy